Yeah, you just do whichever makes best sense for you and whichever provides the best refund. So if you can itemize, then it makes sense to itemize. Or if you can just take the standard deduction, then it's generally better to just take the standard deduction.
Because some people will be, it will fall with this increase in the standard deduction. It won't make sense to go through that long, laborious process of itemizing anymore, right?
Exactly. A lot more taxpayers are going to be taking the standard deduction, which helps a lot of people because it simplifies the tax return preparation process and makes it more affordable to file your taxes.
Well, and this is another example of why you need a CPA instead of just a regular tax preparer. My CPA 3 years ago saw this coming, or 2 years ago, and laid out for us in 3 different scenarios. If your income stayed the same and your deductions were about the same, here's what it looks like to go either way. And for us, with small business in the home, it made more sense to continue to itemize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here's another question I have. So what itemized deductions are still allowed?
Yeah, sure. There's the big 4 itemized deductions, really. There's your medical costs that you pay during the year. And that one's a little more difficult because of the hurdle you have to pass of what gets deductible. There's state and local taxes that you pay during the year, and that's usually like property taxes, state income taxes. There's interest, which would be the interest on your mortgage for your home.
That's the big one, isn't it? That's still deductible.
Right.
Okay, good one.
And charitable contributions, if you made any charitable contributions during the year.
Good.
So, and one other change though with the state and local taxes that it's actually capped now at $10,000.
Okay.
So for a lot of people, they might see a limit of what state taxes they can deduct.
We're going to talk more with Bryce throughout the hour, but just go to uacpa.org to find a CPA that's right for you. Get the most out of your income tax preparation when you hire a CPA. That's uacpa.org. Listen to KSL News Radio on Monday for tax tips with the Utah Association of CPAs.
So I'm a public school teacher, and I'm on my feet all day long. That would be on concrete. The pain would shoot up my heels and just increased from the bottom of my feet up. Then my back started hurting. So my husband and I were driving, and I went, oh, look, there's a Good Feet store. And I'm greeted by this gal named Mercy. That was a perfect name for her. And the cool thing about the Good Feet store is that you're able to try before you buy. I had free fittings. She was able to fit me with special arch supports. And so I walked around in the store. Within 30 minutes, I started sobbing because I had no pain. Well, if your feet are hurting, do something about it. You don't have to grin and bear it. You need to go to the Good Feet store and get some arch supports. I'm Deidre, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how they work for you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
You'll find America's arch support experts in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy. Call 1-800-NEW-FEET or visit goodfeetnw.com.
Dave and Jennifer.
Big news this morning. Boy Scouts of America files for bankruptcy.
Could this be the death of the Boy Scouts?
How will this affect local charters?
That's today on Dave and Dujanovic.
Thank you again to all of you that have been kind enough to reach out to us this morning, even if it's just to join the conversation on the Utah Community Credit Union KSL text line. The number to call, of course, 57500.
KSL News Time is 8:16. Our top national stories now. From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Boy Scouts of America has been around for more than 100 years, but can no longer handle all the lawsuits it's facing. The Scouts filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. ABC News legal analyst Royal Oakes.
The Boy Scouts see bankruptcy as a way to recover from the crush of lawsuits alleging molestation by Scoutmasters. The filing puts those suits on hold while the court supervises the payment of some claims and a possible reorganization of the Boy Scouts.
The Scouts say they will use the Chapter 11 process to create a victim compensations trust. Scouting programs locally will continue for more than 2 million members. Michael Bloomberg is qualified for tomorrow night's Democratic debate in Las Vegas. He scored high enough in at least 4 national polls and will be there. The quarantine cruise ship passengers who've tested positive for COVID-19 infections are being quarantined in 2 states now.
14 American cruise ship passengers who tested positive for novel coronavirus or COVID-19 are being closely watched in California and in Omaha, Nebraska. 338 Americans were evacuated from the Diamond Princess cruise ship in Japan on 2 flights, landing Monday at military bases in California and Texas to begin a 14-day quarantine.
ABC's Clayton Sandell in Omaha. You're listening to ABC News.
All right, let's go in depth on a crazy crash yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it